Today, the Empire Stadium at Wembley, just outside London, is on fate as a crowd of 100,000 people rise to the England and the rest of the world teams in this match, the match of all time, which has been staged to celebrate the centenary of the Football Association, the very first football association ever founded. England team playing in their normal white, and the rest of the world team, which will play in the first half with representatives of 8 different countries. In the stands, football dignitaries from every country in the world, all been invited specially to pay tribute to the Football Association on this historic occasion. And the referee, Mr. Davidson from Scotland, tossing up. It looks as if Di Stefano has won the toss for the rest of the world. There with him is Armfield, the English captain. So we're just seconds away from the start of this football match everyone has been waiting for. Obviously, the rest of the world team are going to go all out to make this an exhibition of superb football. They're all brilliant individualists, and I'd hesitate to hazard a guess at the cost on the transfer market. And so it's England who kick off. And we're going to see both teams play this 4-2-4 system of 4 backs, 2 midfield players and 4 forwards. And this is Payne. England, remember, in the white shirts. Payne, a newcomer to the England team, only his 4th international. Now to Greaves, the great danger man. Now up comes Milne, the England right half. Charlton back to Moore, and all 11 the rest of the world players have gone back, and a corner given away by the centre half, Popluha. You'll notice, well, listen to this England roar from Wembley. You'll notice the numbering is different in the rest of the world team. Their centre half is numbered 3 instead of 5 is in England. And a goal! No! Oh, please, that one hit Yashin. Now here's the great Eusebio, young Portuguese inside left, out to Hento, one of the fastest men in football. Comes from the great Real Madrid team. Mazepust back to Schnellinger. Now Hento, watch him if he gets away on top speed. This is Eusebio. There's Mazepust coming alongside him. And that's what's called the wall pass. 2 quick passes, Norman spotting it. Now Dennis Law, who plays, of course, in the English League, but it's a Scot. Greaves. Oh, and that's a foul by Pluskow, the right half. Not charging, shoulder to shoulder. And, of course, the free kick not being taken from the right position. Smith, back to Milne. He's the attacking wing half. One of the wing halves is a defender, the other an attacker with this new system that England have adopted. There's the defending wing half, Moore, leaving it for Wilson. Now to Eastham, but Law coming in quickly to the tackle. Law across to Mazepust. Now Hento. Armfield watching him very carefully. He knows if Hento gets past him, there's no catching him. Hento, Di Stefano, and Hento calling for a quick pass back, but he's not got it through to Mazepust on a corner. And that shows the speed of these world footballers. Mazepust is the left half. That was a superb piece of football. Hento with the corner. And the tall Norman getting it away to Charlton, who scored more goals for England than any other player in history. 31 in 46 internationals. Square one to Eastham, that's a lovely ball. Now to Payne. And the long legs of Schnellinger, the German left back. Payne with the throw. That of Milne. Oh, Schnellinger almost giving away a corner. Eusebio. Delicate ball player to Di Stefano, who's played for 3 countries, Argentina, Colombia, and now Spain. Smith offside. The ball last played, not 2 or more defenders between him and the goal. Nice. Di Stefano to Hento. And Moore covering Norman. He plays as a second centre half. Kuskal covering the middle as Poplar was drawn upfield. That's Mazapust across to Law. Law lying very deep, and here's the great Brazilian, Djalma Santos, one of the finest characters in football, to Copa. Armfield up to Greaves. There's Mazapust with him, slowing up a bit, Mazapust. That's a beautiful one to Smith. Yashin, one of the finest goalkeepers in the world, thought at one time he was going to retire, but he decided not to. There's Moore. At Charlton, rarely do we see him lying so deep. Schnellinger to Hento. Remember, the rest of the world team have a great language difficulty. They can't talk to each other. That's Mazapust to Schnellinger. To Eusebio. Now here's Djalma Santos, veteran of 79 internationals. Eusebio. So Mazapust, very tough in the tackle, Mazapust. The rest of the world team, of course, anxious not to suffer any injuries in this match. They're more concerned with making it an exhibition rather than winning a game. This is Eastham. Up to Greaves. Getting across to Smith, it could be dangerous. And maybe a shot from Greaves, but it's in a bad position, but in. No, Charlton realizing he'd never get it. So far, the standard of football has come up to all the expectations. Law, the inside right of the rest of the world, lying very, very deep. Out to Copa. This is Poplar. Eusebio. Notice how the rest of the world team using short passes, short, very quick passes. Mazapust, Copa coming close to him. Di Stefano. There's nobody on the right wing now. Eusebio and Copa taking over. Now Copa to Di Stefano, and a fine save by Banks. Corner to the rest of the world. Copa taking the corner. Law. It was a typical acrobatic kick that Law learnt when he played in Italy. He had a year over in Italy. playing for the Turin club. Now back in England playing for Manchester United. Milne forward to Eastham. Poplar cutting that one off. Schnellinger to Mazepust. Schnellinger once again. Strange to hear some of the calling from the rest of the world players. They're just shouting hi. This is Di Stefano. Hento. Di Stefano. Mazepust moving up, but it's Hento with it. Number 11. Mazepust. Back to Law. Law, the sort of footballer, likes to be in the game all the time. A through one, and Di Stefano is yards offside. Free kick to England. The ball has to be pushed out of the penalty area before it's in play. Jalmo Santos. Superb bit of quick thinking. Law to Mazepust. Norman keeping a very close watch on Di Stefano. All covering every inch of the ground. Really wanting to put on a superb exhibition as the Scotsman is meant to come right across to Hento. Well, about 10 minutes gone and no score yet. Here come England again. Reeves and Smith, the tandem men, and once again it's Law. Let's recognize Law, that fair hair of his, and the fair-haired man Schnellinger. He now plays in Italy. He's been transferred from his German club Cologne. Hento to Mazepust, leaving it now for number 10. Eusebio. Lord Copa. Di Stefano, a man who is the general of the attack rather than goal scorer, although he still finds time to score many a goal. Law to Eusebio, that found the gap. And hands by Norman. That again was the wall pass, a quick, short pass, and then move forward for an equally quick return. Now, I wonder who's going to take this. If Puskás was on the field now, no doubt he'd take it because he's got a dynamic shot. But it looks as if it's going to be Eusebio. Shot for goal, maybe. Ooh, well, that was moving up. Hento and Law given offside anyway. The crowd here at Wembley this afternoon, 100,000 people. They paid £90,000 for the privilege of being here. No doubt nobody's regretting paying so much money because the standard of football so far has been so high. Obviously, no bite in the game. This isn't a competitive match at all in the real sense of the word, but just a festival game. Payne to Greaves. Greaves moving to try and get a position to take the pass, and Charlton had moved inside, so that centre was wasted. That is Jalmo Santos. There's that chip, almost like a golf shot. Law now, Di Stefano and Eusebio. Di Stefano again. England falling back to 2, 4, 6, 7 men covering the goalkeeper. Mazepust, and that was a push in the back by Payne. Straight into Mazepust's back. Hento, free kick, cross to Law. Now up comes Jalmo Santos. He loves to move up into the attack. Always plays with a broad grin on his face. And Armfield taking no chances. Didn't want to move the ball out in case there was the rest of the world forward there. So once again, Copa takes the corner for the rest of the world. Law to Eusebio. Can he turn and shoot? No. but it's a corner. It came off Norman. Eastham thoughtfully replacing a divot. So Copa with yet another corner for the rest of the world. Norman out to Mazzapost. And it's Payne tackling just at the right moment. To Moore, to Charlton, and it's England coming away onto the attack. And there's the speed of Bobby Charlton. And a bad centre. Should have been pulled back for Smith or Payne. Lev Yashin, the Russian goalkeeper, 37 years of age and played for his country 54 times. Copa to Law, he'll never reach that. Throw to England. It's a perfect example of the 4-2-4 covering the left half behind the centre half. More behind Norman and then to Armfield. Eastham. That's a lovely pass. Milne to Smith. Maybe a shot or slipping to Greaves, but it's no use trying to dribble against these packed defences. Copa to Eusebio and Wilson coming across quickly, but now on the scene comes Hento. Oh, he's being fouled. Charge must be shoulder to shoulder. Armfield was pushing him right in the chest. As always, the short free kick. This is Copa. And Moore getting it clear. Eastham Milne was rather slow at the mark, but still getting it. Eastham. And Greaves running into position. Now, Greaves in a dangerous spot if he can shoot. A wonderful save by Yashin. Brilliant save. Because when Greaves hits a football, it really moves. Now, up come the rest of the world. It's Snellinger. Copa. Eusebio. Di Stefano. That's a... Oh, if that would have got through, Law would have been clean through for goal. Now it's Charlton. Back to Eastham. Charlton was meant to move forward to that, but notice her, the number 5. Kluskal was covering the right back, Jalma Santos. This is Jalma Santos too. Law. Here's Mazzapost to Di Stefano. Mazzapost and Di Stefano are not, if present intentions are carried out, going to play in the second half. Now Law through to Eusebio. It's a lovely one and a fine save by Banks coming 5 yards out of his goal to narrow the angle, give Eusebio so little of the goal to shoot at. This is Charlton to Eastham. Now cross to Payne. Very clever dribbler of the ball, Payne. That's a lovely centre, and Smith was pushing Jalma Santos, so it's a free kick to the rest of the world. It's out with Copa. Down at ground level, there's no wind to trouble the players. This is Di Stefano, back to Jalma Santos. Copa, back to Law. That is the object of this game, is when you've parted with the ball, you must move into what's called clear space so that you're in a position to receive a pass. Quite often the English style, we pass a ball in front of the man we intend to get it, whereas the Continentals always pass it straight to his feet, thereby giving less risk of any of the opposition moving in and beating your man in a race for the ball. That's Law. Jalma Santos, the only man who wasn't covered. Milne to Armfield. And Norman moving up. Rarely do we see centre halves moving up in this modern game of football. Armfield to Smith. Now Greaves. He's got room in which to work. Smith now waiting for a cross, but there are a lot of blue-shirted defenders back there now, so Greaves can just win a corner off Mazepust. Though he's not quite conversant with soccer, if the ball goes over the dead ball line, having been played by a defender, then it's a corner kick. Payne with the corner to England. Now Law, losing out to... still getting it back from Charlton. Strange enough, Law and Charlton play for the same English team, Manchester United. Charlton to Greaves. And that was Poplar just sticking out his foot, otherwise it would have been 1 to England. The irrepressible Hento goes to Law. Nobody wanting to play this game very quickly. Here's Eusebio, and off goes Cooper, but Wilson with him. Wilson, very strong fullback. Easton losing out in a bad position to Eusebio. Eusebio to Mazepust, now Di Stefano. Mazepust coming through again. Hento back now to Schnellinger. The rest of the world trying to draw the England defence out, so that a gap will be created. Now it's Law, Eusebio and Moore. England left half getting it clear. On the scene comes Dennis Law again, really playing his heart out. To Cooper. Di Stefano going over to get close to Cooper and help him in any difficulty. Now Mazepust. To Chalmers Santos. Quick one to Mazepust and he'll be through. But Moore covering the rest of the world left half. Easton forward to Charlton. England, unfortunately, trying to do a little too much dribbling. That's Di Stefano. 20 minutes gone and no score. Cooper. Now Eusebio. Quite a lot of players found it strange to get used to the Wembley turf. You can see the twin centre halves of the rest of the world team. When who played the ball, Poplar being covered by Tuscal. That's up with Mazepust. Hento will get that. He's so quick off the mark. Now to Di Stefano. Certainly England not drawing back in the tackles, going very, very hard indeed. That's Moore. Easton. No one challenging him midfield. You just cover the men who haven't got the ball. Milne hadn't moved up. He should have done. It was Milne's fault. So now it's Di Stefano. Eusebio. This is Cooper. Eusebio again, that wall pass, and it wins a corner for the rest of the world. Cooper with the corner. That'll be Norman's ball, I should think. Not very safely. That's Hento to Schnellinger. That'll be a corner. Came off Armfield. So the pressure really on England now. Once again, another corner to the rest of the world, and it's Cooper. Now, Easton with a chance to move it clear. A lovely ball to Greaves. Now can England break away? There are 4 defenders covering Yashin, and only Greaves and Smith upfield. Charlton coming up on the left now. There's Charlton. And Payne and Milne have gone forward to join in the attack. That's Poplar going across now to try and check Charlton. Now to Milne. We could do a wall pass to Easton, but he won't do it. And England fading away very much near goal. They just don't have the skill, it appears, to break down this very strong defence. That's Coper. Law was moving up on the right. Pass to him, might have put them clean through. Law leaving it with Coper now. And Stefano offside. There's Easton back there covering Di Stefano. More. Charlton looking around who can play the ball to. It's very difficult to get away from these close marking defenders. Payne to Milne. That's Greaves. He's got Charlton on his left. Now Smith. That's the wall pass, but it wasn't made accurately enough. It's been played over too great a distance. Now, Milne and Schnellinger spotting the danger in quickly. Now to Hento with Coper. Eusebio on the right wing. Eusebio now. Hento going close to him, and so too is Coper with the ball now. Maybe back to Law. They want to get out of that impasse on that right wing. Hento not all that marvellous with his right foot, trying to work the ball to his left. Oh, Di Stefano now across to Coper. Hento still got to get it to his left foot. Di Stefano stopped then appealing for hands. The referee telling him to play on, never mind appealing. Now Easton forward to Greaves. Smith moving over to the left, but a lot of blue shirts between them and the goal. But Smith, lucky rebound to Easton. That's a beautiful ball to Payne. And Poplar getting it away, but England with a chance to put it back because it's Terry Payne, the outside right, to Easton. Greaves. Goal kick. The crowd really shouting, wanting England to have a crack at goal more. So the Yashin, the goalkeeper, throws the ball to get an accurate clearance to one of his own men. That's Di Stefano. Remember too that this rest of the world team has never played together. Remarkable the understanding they have. That's Eusebio. Stefano taking over. Law's on the right wing. Eusebio. That's a lovely shot and a very fine save. Eusebio in 1961 played here for his country, Portugal. And although England won 2-0, Eusebio hit the post 4 times with cracking shots. So this isn't really his lucky ground. That's Smith to Charlton. England moving on to the attack. Easton, again, there's no challenging in midfield. You just fall back in front of the goal. Then come in as Law playing a brilliant game. That's Eusebio. Coper. Eusebio, like all this rest of the world team, a master footballer, brilliant with ball control. Now Di Stefano to Hento. Back to Schnellinger. This is the fullback wearing number 4. Maybe a shot from him, but not a good one. England very anxious to win this game, prove that they're as good as anybody in the world, although it won't really prove that, but also the fact that they have been unbeaten in their last 5 international matches. Poplar forward to Hento. Stefano with Law on his right. Is Law to Stefano. Now Coper moving into the middle. And Stefano is still fighting for it, being beaten by Wilson. Wilson playing a sterling game at left back for England. giving nothing away. That's Copa with the corner for the rest of the world. Oh, that's not a good clearance by Norman. Straight to Mazepust, and now Schnellinger. And it's Payne. That's a fine burst to Greaves. Notice how Greaves has taken up position in the centre of the field, completely unmarked. He's got Smith up there with him. And Greaves taking that through, I think, with his hand from here, but Poplar beating him. Now Payne coming up in support. There's Payne. Payne trying to dribble through. He'll be lucky if he gets through this lot. Yes, he's forced to play it back to Greaves. And another movement, petering out. They're not making ground quickly enough. Stefano leaving it to Copa. Now Hento moving quickly. He's not got it under control, but more frightened to go in to tackle him because of his speed. It's on his wrong, on Hento's wrong foot anyway. Almost got it onto his right foot. When I say right foot, it's the left foot is the right foot for Hento. If he had have done it, would have been a goal. As it is, it's a corner. And it's Hento taking the corner. It's called an in-swinger. Payne to Eastham, and England got a chance now to come away on the attack. 2, 4, 5, rest of the world defenders now being reinforced by Law, just funneling back towards the penalty area. Now it's Charlton. So far not one man beaten. That's a good send, and Smith must score. Oh, what a save by Yassi. This goalkeeper is an incredible character, such quick reflex. So with half an hour gone, no score. They come England again. It's Payne. Greaves taking that ball down expertly. Now to Milne. Now Payne. That's too near the goalkeeper, I think. Oh, it's been played back by Greaves. And play on, says the referee. Wasn't over the line. And it's Stefano who really hits the ball. Back to Mazepust. Stefano to Hento. Stefano. Oh, not paying off, but what superb ball control, and it's over the line for the throw-in. Hento with the throw for the rest of the world, back to the fullback Schnellinger. Stefano and Hento on the left wing. He doesn't know what to do with it quite, so he finds Stefano moves forward himself. Can Law be more in the air? Oh. No doubt that time Banks, the England goalkeeper, shouted for more to let it go. Oh, to Smith. That's a neat-headed pass to Greaves. They must move the ball around much more crisply than they are doing. It's Charlton to Milne, and there's Di Stefano being the general of the team, back in defence. Now to Eastham, but still nobody been beaten, remember, in this defence. Still intact. Now can Milne get a quick shot in? And oh, John Dos Santos, what a mistake. And Eastham trying a quick one. Rarely do we see John Dos Santos make an error like that. Hento. Haven't seen him yet do one of his fantastic bursts down the wing. Norman, quick to the interception, meeting Eusebio. And now with Moore to Eastham. Now to Greaves. Now Mill moving forward, calling for a ball. Back it goes to Eastham, and again, Yasin. Well, certainly Yasin has shown as always regarded as the world's #1 goalkeeper. That's Hento. It's a beautiful ball to Law, and he handled it, used his hands, carried it forward with his arms, so free kick to England. Here comes Armfield. Smith back to Payne, and England moving forward again. Now through under Greaves, but that's much too far ahead of Greaves. Yasin, master of anticipation. And Law to Copa. Oh, Di Stefano half asleep, beaten by Payne. Now Greaves a chance to slip by Pluskal. This could be goal #1. But I don't know what you have to do to get that ball past Yasin. Again, notice how he was out on his 6-yard line to reduce Greaves' field of vision of the goal. Eastham to Pluskal. Copa. It's Mill now coming away for England. Charlton. Oh, this could well be a thunderbolt from Charlton, but Poplohar there to stop him getting one in. Now Payne taking over. Lovely bit of body swerving by Payne. Oh, bonus to Charlton. Smith. Ball swerving away from Smith, who anyway was offside. But now the crowd think that England have got the rest of the world on the run. Certainly a superb game of football. Stefano to Hento. And away goes the streak of lightning with the fastest fullback in England, Armfield with him and beating him. Eastham to Moore. Now Mill. This time it's Payne in with Milne again, and England sparring for an opening, trying to entice someone to get out of position. Jalma Santos to Law. Certainly England have put in more shots than the world team has. Hento into Cope. I don't know why Hento keeps going on the right wing. He's weak on his right foot. And the time he's tripped by Moore. I think one or two of the rest world players not keen on this typical British tackling the English players are using. Now Di Stefano caught offside. That's a good free kick from Moore straight to Payne on this right wing. Now to Milne. Greaves. Can Greaves get another thunderbolt shot in? Out to Charlton. And Pluskal to Mazapust. Mazapust rather slow to move to it. Now Milne. And Yasin just plucks those out of the air as if they mean nothing, and Greaves was offside anyway. Now to Eusebio. The intention is to take Eusebio off at half-time and replace him with the great Ferenc Puskas. Law. It's walking football the rest of the world are playing. Mazepin and Law calling for a quick one. I think he's run offside, yes. Mazepin was to blame then. He didn't release the ball quickly enough. Something like 7 minutes to go for half-time. No score. Lots of good football, and England moving on to the attack again. Pascal to Chalmers Santos, breaking up that one. Eusebio, Di Stefano's unmarked. There's Di Stefano. Chalmers Santos has moved up on the right wing. Here he comes. Bow-legged, happy character from Brazil. Oh, Eusebio Copa! Quick reactions from these players. Again, covering his centre half-back is Pascal. Out of Law. Law, who must have covered more ground than anyone in this game, to Chalmers Santos. Chalmers Santos to Stefano. Norman trying that sliding tackle with Stefano just moving away from him. Again, a sliding tackle. One or two of the rest of the world players are looking around saying, listen, we didn't come all this way just for that. That's Milne. Milne out to Payne. Get England to it before half-time. Get the goal they need so badly. Not this time. Right, Schnellinger bringing it clear. To Cooper. But followed everywhere by Wilson. Now Milne to Eastham to Greaves, and Eastham again. The quick passing way, not Smith to Greaves, but just again a little bit too far in front of him. That's Charlton to Eastham. Now Greaves, but beaten by Pascal, and the referee, Mr. Davidson of Scotland, gives a corner. Many of these players in the rest of the world team have been picked because of their great service to international football through the years. Charlton with the corner. Perhaps it's not the strongest side, and one great disappointment was the fact that the fabulous Pele from Brazil was not allowed by his club to make the trip. Now it's Stefano to Cooper. Now Mazepust. Law around as usual. Mazepust. Oh, Norman anticipating that. That was a bad one by Mazepust. More to Charlton. Payne is teeing it up for halfback Milne. Now it's Payne again. Law could see that coming all the way. Cooper. And more coming through with power, but Eusebio just tackling at that right second. Cooper, now to Di Stefano. Law. Eusebio, Payne going to challenge him. What lovely footwork. We'll go back to Mazepust. Now it's up to Hento. Noticeable that these rest of the world forwards never come back to challenge when they lose the ball. Obviously they're not going to run themselves into the ground. Chalmers Santos to Law. Perhaps has been the finest player on the field in this game. Mazepust to Eusebio. Back to Pascal. Now to Mazepust. Stefano riding the tackle. Mazepust now back to Poplar. Accurate passing, designed to... And there, away goes the flyer, the first time we've seen him. Hento. And Law might have hurt Norman. Yeah. No, Norman's getting up. Norman, of course, went down. Law put his head up. Norman went down and Law put his feet up. Well, he had to do that, otherwise it would have been a goal. Dangerous play by Law, so free kick to England. On the outside right, Payne. almost on half-time now. We've almost played the 45 minutes. And it's Eastham. Greaves right in front of him. Maybe a shot from Eastham. And a lovely save by Yashin. He touched it. And no wonder Jimmy Greaves going to congratulate him. Charlton with the corner. Well, I think Yashin is going to get a fantastic reception when he goes off, because the plan is that he doesn't come out for the second half. What a loss he's going to be. Eastham to Payne. And Mazapust taking no risks. Might be in anything but an elegant clearance, but it works. Payne to take the throw for England. Yashin telling Law exactly where he was going to put it. And here he comes, the costliest player in England. Cost Manchester United £125,000, Law. He was bought from Turin. Oh, Eusebio's limping now. He didn't have the speed that time. A Milne forward to Eastham. It's beginning to look as if it's going to be a goalless first half. That's the only thing this game has lacked. Goals. It's had superb football from both sides aplenty. It's Milne, England right half. Oplaha up to Copa, and now Hento. Now what about flying into this second half? Is Copa going on to the left wing? Mazapus gone into the centre forward position. Hento calling for a quick pass, and there he goes. And it's corner given away by Wilson. Great tracks of the Wembley turf kicked up in that little schmozzle. So Hento with the corner. This could well be the last act of the first half, and it's a bad act. Mazapust. Hento well onside. Throw to England. Here comes Armfield. Up to Eastham, the referee looking at his watch. Now to the two linesmen, just to check their time. As Greaves goes through for England, the whistle goes. And Yashin doesn't even bother about it. So the end of a fine first half, with the crowd rising to the two teams, and I think especially to Lev Yashin, the Russian goalkeeper, and walking off with Greaves. So we're back for the second half with 4 changes made in the rest of the world team. Soskic has come on in goal instead of the fabulous Yashin. Izaguirre of Chile has come on at right back. Baxter of Scotland has come on at left half. And Puskás has come on at number 10 inside left. And Di Stefano, quite sensibly, has been left on the field. So England have made no changes at all. No score. And now Puskás. Everybody waiting to see whether he can get in one of those dynamic shots of his. Now Copa to Law. Notice how the players screen the ball with the body when a man comes to tackle them. Deflected off Eastham, and it's Moore gets it away now to Charlton. Now Greaves. It's a bad bomb from Greaves, but nevertheless it's still Payne with it. Big difference in starts, these two teams. England really taking this match seriously, had more shots of goal, but the rest of the world is trying to give an exhibition of footwork. Throw to England. Payne taking it. Oh, it's a lovely one to Charlton, and now up goes Smith. And now Greaves, and he's off the line by little Izaguirre, the Chilean right back. Eastham, and that'll be a corner if it goes. Yes, Isaguirre can't stop it. Well, so the rest of the world have had a lucky let off in the first minute of each half. Charlton with the corner. England's throw. Wilson to Eastham. Now here's Isaguirre, the 24-year-old Chilean. He's in the team that finished third in the 1962 World Cup. Jim Baxter, the Scot, to Di Stefano. Notice again how he's using his body to fend off any challenge. Now Puskás moving into the middle, but instead it goes out to Hento. I think even the crowd want to see Puskás have a crack at goal. Again, Hento has been rather disappointing today. The ball too much on his right foot. With Hento, the right foot is most definitely the wrong one. Now it's Greaves. He's got Smith with him. He's moving forward for the return. That's Greaves. Brought down by Pluskal. Both players shaking hands in the true sporting spirit of the game. Strange sight. Puskás going back into the defence. Now it's Payne from a free kick beaten by Schnellinger. Baxter back to Schnellinger. Stefano. Can Law reach it? Yes to Isaguirre. It's Puskás close to him. Here's Puskás, famous Hungarian international, then 1956 moved to Spain. Hento and Baxter getting in each other's way, so it's Payne finding Greaves. Oh, what about a shot, Greaves? Nice, laying it too long. Quick covering dunk. Defenders. That's Charlton. Milne to Charlton. Maybe it's Milne to Greaves. Can he get through? But again, there's quick tackling. Can his Poplohar. Now Pluskal to Koper. There's Puskás close to him. Way across to Jim Baxter, who always plays with his shirt outside his pants, no matter where he plays. Baxter to Puskás. Well, it's the left foot we've got to watch for, and Koper a bit slow off the mark. Puskás already telling his colleagues where they should have been to make that telling pass. That's Charlton to Greaves. Here comes Bobby Charlton, great favourite with the England fans. That's a nice centre. Oh, and Suskets almost in trouble. Suskic finding Di Stefano with his clearance. Although Puskás is on the programme now at inside left, he plays the orthodox centre-forward game. He's the real striker. Up comes Isaguirre. Isaguirre now to Di Stefano. A great shout of "Come on, two of you" for Bobby Moore, but it's Isaguirre coming through. And Puskás trying to move on for that one to flick it into the net. As little Chilean won't be shaken off the ball. It's Law and Moore having to make the best shot of the half that has gone towards Banks. Charlton again. That's Jim Baxter. Jim Baxter, this controversial Scottish player. Picked for this team, but dropped by Scotland for their last international match. Now here he comes, roly-poly Puskás, the man we've got to fear, but Moore caring nothing for his reputation. Law to Di Stefano. Koper. Oh, what was a carelessly made one from Coker. Enough power behind it. It's Charlton to Greaves, back to Payne. It's a typical English pass, a crossfield one to a strong runner like Charlton. Lovely ball. Smith coming from behind Puskar there. Now it's Milne to Charlton. And Baxter beats Smith to it. Good old-fashioned British shoulder charge, but Smith has been penalised for it. Now the reason for that is the crowd are booing, but the referee is quite right. Neither of them were playing the ball, and you can only charge a man if you or he are playing the ball. The ball wasn't even within playing distance when the charge came. Di Stefano. Law moving forward. Instead, out to Hento. And Dennis Law again. This rest of the world team almost like a theatrical exhibition of the arts and crafts of football. Baxter to his fellow Scot, Law. Now here comes Isaguirre again. And Norman getting it clear. Isaguirre already got into the game a lot. He's done some fine work too. Baxter. Baxter's got happy memories of Wembley. He's scored 2 goals for Scotland here last April against England. Greaves to Smith. Oh, lovely return pass. And Greaves is going to get it. He scored. And quickly, no goal. The referee has blown for a free kick. No goal. And listen to the crowd. I've never heard such booing at Wembley, but the referee had blown for the foul on Greaves before Greaves recovered, and once he's blown, he can't take it back. Well, of course, the crowd are disappointed that a goal has been rubbed out for England, but there's nothing else the referee could do as he saw Greaves stumble and fall. How was he to know Greaves was going to get up? Now that'll give them something to argue about in the clubs and the pubs tonight. Here comes Law. Oh, that's a bad one from Dennis Law. Very unlike him. Oh, the crowd are even more behind England than ever. And rarely do we hear a Wembley crowd cheering England on like this. Now it's Payne. Payne, a very clever player, even though he plays for second division club Southampton. Oh, what's the glorious warm-up Puskar there. Now Milne, and it's Baxter getting it clear. But now Moore and the pressure back on the rest of the world. Charlton. Greaves and Dennis Law beating him. And Easton. And a calm, cool Alfredo Di Stefano. Argentinian by birth, now playing for Real Madrid. Puskás penalised for obstruction, but that is a thing which goes on the continent. He was screening the ball with his body. There's a free kick to England, and it's Milne. Milne out to Payne. Soskic out to Isaguirre. Playing 10 minutes of the second half. No score. Di Stefano. Puskás moving on to the right wing, a strange position for him. Here comes Milne. Payne. Once once again England being allowed to carry the ball forward. That's a lovely centre and a brilliant bit of heading by Pluskal. Sensible pass by Law to Coper. As Aguirre. Again, we still have this severe language difficulty between these rest of the world players, because they've never played together before in their lives. Or at least in the forward line at the moment, we have got three Real Madrid players, Di Stefano, Puskás and Hento. Now it's Law, Puskás moving into the middle. Oh, he wanted the ball pushed through to him then. Di Stefano. Armfield quickly in at Puskás. Crowd here remember Puskás for that fabulous display he gave for Hungary against England 10 years ago. Now it's Milne out to Payne and England coming back. He's certainly playing his best game for England. Eastham. And now Smith, but beaten by Poplohar. World defence still very cool under pressure. That's Armfield. Well, they certainly proved their goalkeepers great on the continent. Already had Yashin of Russia playing like a man inspired, and now Soskic of Yugoslavia. Baxter to Puskás. In moves Hento. Eyes covered, so that's why Puskás held on to the ball. Wilson. More to Charlton. That pass was telegraphed. Snellinger could see it coming all the way. Throw to England. Milne. A lovely ball to Green, straight to his feet, notice. Smith should have moved out of the way then. Oh, indecision there between Snellinger and Poplohar. Now Puskás, and away he goes. Fabulous player, 37 years of age and 87 caps. Some of Puskás' caps, most of them, of course, for Hungary, but some of them for Spain. And Seeler is coming on. Coper, I think, will go off. Riera is signaling Coper to come off the field, and Seeler of West Germany is going on. Now it's Eastham to Greaves, and again the foot of Puskás. Now Seeler is a dynamic centre forward. 26. So we've seen all the 16 rest of the world players. Hento, and here's Seeler in action straight away. Hento and Moore with a fine tackle of his. Of course, normally in competitive football, there are no substitutes in friendly internationals. Oh, it's a beautiful pass out of Seeler. Out of Baxter. Out to Stefano. Puskás not as dangerous on the right wing. Friendly internationals, normally a goalkeeper can be changed any time if he's injured, and one other player up to the 44th minute. This is a special game. That's up with Milne. Now to Greaves. Payne to Smith. England's throw. It's with Milne. Now Greaves. Baxter there for the rest of the world. Sealer. Back to Law. Sealer is essentially a striker. Law to his fellow Scot. Baxter and back again. Up to Snellinger. To Hento. Not really seen him at top speed yet. I'll be watching him very carefully because I'm feeling it's very fast as well. Baxter, that's the return pass that Hento wanted, and there's Milne with him, having anticipated that move. Hento with the throw to Baxter. Snellinger to Law. Oh, I thought for a moment the bench was going to let it go. Then he seemed to change his mind. If he hadn't done it, would have crept in by the far post. That's Charlton. This is Milne. Payne. That looked like a foul. Yes, there's a free kick on the edge of the penalty area. Fuscal is putting his foot in front of Smith and giving him a push. Overreaching for the ball, obviously. Now Greaves going to take the free kick. Or is it Milne? Now Greaves. And it's out with Charlton. No one, Eastham and Law didn't know where the ball was then. And he hit them like that. Now Milne. And Di Stefano back there. Notice how he brings the ball under control immediately. This man is a real footballing artist. Law. Hento. Puskás. Again, the sliding tackle, which they don't like. Baxter to Isaguirre. Always moves up in support of his forwards. Baxter. Oh, a lovely 1-2 war pass again. Sealer. He's trying to dribble through. Sealer perhaps will do it because West Germans play a very similar style of football to the English. It's England, 19 minutes of the second half gone, no score. Greaves. Now, Charlton taking it too far. Baxter to Puskás. Snellinger now forward to Di Stefano. It's Puskás and off goes Hento. He's got Sealer in the middle. That's all. Oh, he's on his right foot, which is no good. Now Milne pushing it up to Eastham. Greaves. Again, notice there's no attempt to challenge in midfield. Because if you challenge there and you miss the tackle, then there's a gap in your defence. Milne moving up a lot in attack. Do you notice the inaccuracy that comes a long pass in front of a man, the delay before he can get it? A foul by Snellinger. Going over the ball, bringing Payne down. Payne is going to take the free kick. Stefano flicking it forward to Puskás. Law's up with Puskás, so to his Sealer on the right wing. That was telegraphed by Law. Easy for Moore to come into the interception. Now Milne. Way across to Payne. Smith. That's a lovely chip to Greaves. And a goal by Payne. Payne has scored. Payne has scored for England after 65 minutes. So England take the lead 1-0. Now then, how seriously do the rest of the world take that setback? We'll just have to wait and see. And that's Hento calling for his men to go up, but that's much too near the goalkeeper. No danger from centres like that. And England really with their tails up. Charlton to Greaves. He's got Poplar with him. Throw into England. And the team manager of the rest of the world side, Riera, the Chilean, shouting instructions from the touchline. Eastham for England. Trip by the Scotsman Baxter on the Englishman Eastham. Out to Armfield. This goes to show, full-back shouldn't try shots at goal. Out with Baxter. Baxter looking rather slow, moving to the ball. Now Greaves, who's he got in the middle? He's got Smith waiting on the far side. Charlton close to him. It's Charlton. Schnellinger will trouble with that one. Be a goal kick unless Payne can reach it. No, it's well over the line. Goal kick to rest of the world now. Isaguirre to Baxter. What's a bad ball to Hento. Now Armfield, the English captain. An equally bad pass. Law. Across to Schnellinger, now to Hento. This is Baxter, who loves to come on the attack. He's essentially an attacking wing half. It's a bad one to Law, but he made it a good one, and now Puskás. To Law. Bad return pass by Law. So away come England now. Made some lovely football. Greaves up there waiting for it, but instead out to the right wing like Payne. Di Stefano. Hento to Di Stefano, and away goes this jet-propelled wingman. And look at Armfield catching him up. That's a lovely one, and Wilson. Oh, now Sealers. Puskás, and it's Wilson again who comes across, but how slow Sealer was. One thing you might notice in the second half is that both Di Stefano and Sealer are wearing number 9. That was because Sealer was originally intended to replace Di Stefano after the half-time interval. Baxter. Hento didn't anticipate that move by Di Stefano. It's way out for Charlton. To Greaves. Oh, Greaves. Smith. Oh, what a save by Suskic. Corner to England is Pluskal getting it clear. Now, Uwe Seeler. Back to Pluskal, and now Di Stefano, the other man wearing number 9 on this rest of the world side. Pushka's moving over to inside left. Back to Di Stefano. Now Law. Oh, Pushka's calling for the through one, but of course Law doesn't understand Pushka's moves. They've never played together before. Now Pushka's, can he get it to his left foot? If he can, it can be dangerous. Charlton across to Milne. Now Payne, and that's Smith going on to the right wing to help Payne. Back to Milne, but it's rather lucky that England retained possession then. Smith, a neat one, back to Greaves. What about a long-range shot, Jim? It's delayed it a little too long. Charlton to Easton, rather slow off the mark. So it's Isaguirre getting it up to Seeler. Now to Law. Seeler. Baxter. Stefano across to Hento. And to Baxter. Oh, Baxter terribly inaccurate with that chip. A Payne finding Charlton. That's the long one meant for Smith. With Poplar there. Now Schnellinger. To Law. The rest of the world don't seem to be worried about being one goal down. They're still strolling through the game, still content to give an exhibition of their footwork. Puskás back to Isaguirre. Hento. Milne. Puskás showing a little bad temper, going in with his studs showing. Half-fielder Smith. Oh, the linesman. I think the linesman made a mistake then and realized it, because he seemed to change his decision as soon as he flagged Smith offside. So I don't think Smith was. So, it's Law. A shot and a goal kick. Here's Law to Baxter. Di Stefano to Law. This could be the equalising goal. Yes, Di Stefano, no! That's a lucky let-off for England. So there's a corner to the rest of the world. Going to be taken by the right back, Isaguirre. We don't often see that. Oh, what looked like hands. Well, the referee fortunately was behind Moore, so got away with it. That's Smith to Charlton. Maybe a crack from Bobby Charlton. Corner must have been deflected by Puskal. Corner to England. That's a nasty one, Smith. Brilliant effort by Bobby Smith, who until yesterday was very doubtful for this game. He got injured playing for Tottenham Hotspur last Saturday, and they say until yesterday it was doubtful whether he'd be fit enough in time to play in this game. Now it's Moore to Easton. That's Seeler going into challenge, but notice how Easton will turn his body so that Seeler can't see the ball. To Milne, to the outside right, Payne. Fluscar, but Eastham putting it back to Charlton. Maybe a go on the outside. Well, he didn't, and he lost it, so it's now with Sealer. Oh, the long ball to Puskás. No, it's a short one to Stefano. Up comes Baxter with Payne chasing him. Law to Isaguirre. Oh, that's the first mistake he's made. Charlton to Moore. Now to Eastham. Now Greaves. Yes, Eastham again. Greaves and Charlton in the middle, so too is Smith. There's Charlton. Oh, lovely one to Greaves. Oh, a fine move by England, a lovely move. Very fine save, because that was moving, that shot of Greaves. It's now Eastham. And, oh, Law should have taken that one. Milne to Payne. Getting the pressure on the rest of the world side. And Payne finding Eastham very accurate with his crossfield passes. Lovely football by England. Under 15 minutes left for play. England leading the rest of the world by 1-0. That's Hento. Puskás inside of him, shadowed all the time by Norman. There's Puskás, couldn't turn quickly enough. Oh, and Norman's given away a corner. Hento with the corner for rest of the world. There's Puskás, and it's no, it's a goal kick. Referee right on the spot. Now Puskás teeing it up for Law. Law now out to Sealer. Oh, what's too high for Puskás? Anyway, Puskás was pushed. The England defenders are lucky to get away with that. That's Poplar to Law. Again, that screening of the ball by the body. Law does it so well. It's Puskás to Stefano. Puskás moving forward. You rarely see him move forward. He's purely defensive. Oh, Sealer. Should have brought it down, not flicking it up. There's to Greaves. Oh, it's too far forward for Bobby Smith. Now Law, lots of room in which to work. Not like Dennis Law to make a pass like that. But my what's about 11 or 12 minutes left for play. 1-0 England lead. Here they come on the attack again. It's Payne. Greaves is on the right wing. Here comes Greaves. Easily cut off by Baxter. Now up to Hento. Half Turner was running back before Hento really let out the clutch, so to speak. Armfield a very, very inexperienced fullback. Won't be shaken up, but won't, of course, go into the tackle in a situation like this. So you're forcing Hento to play it back like that. Now Puskás. And out to Law, Di Stefano. Oh, Norman saved that. Now away you go England. And it's Smith into Charlton. Up to Payne. Oh, that's a bad one from Payne. He's quite in the right position. Still getting it because there's no one there to challenge him. That's a nice clearance by Stoskic, Yugoslav goalkeeper, up to Sila. Now Puskás. Law moving down the middle. Can Puskás see him? Oh, it's a beautiful ball. Now Law surely will. Yes, he's equalised. A glorious goal scored by Dennis Law from that pass of Puskás. And there's a Hungarian and a Scot embracing each other to celebrate this equalising goal. Fine bit of play. There's no answer to football of that class. Puskás timing his pass, and Law taking up the right position and then remaining cool and calm when Banks came out. So 1 goal each. And I don't think anybody's going to grumble if this celebration game does end in a draw. Now Milne, a beautiful one out to Payne. Baxter hands a penalty. Oh! Well, Baxter's a lucky boy. Now the law states that it must be intentional hands, and the referee, of course, is interpreting the rule as he sees it. Probably thought that that ball struck Baxter on the hand rather than Baxter played it. Where I'm sitting, you see that Baxter moved his hand to guide the ball. Still, anyway, Baxter now inside to Puskás. Up comes Law, fitting that Law should have got the goal for the rest of the world. He's played so well. Law to Baxter. Wilson has been playing so well, and notice how Moore ran to take up position to help Wilson to pass the ball and get his team out of a bit of trouble. Now Eastham into Charlton. This is what Charlton likes. Dart down the middle and maybe a shot. Oh, he's hit the post. Out to Payne. Can Greaves get up? Well, there's one thing about Jimmy Greaves. He's a very, very fine footballer, one of the best in the world. But he admits himself that he's no good at heading a ball. This is Puskás. Law coming up on Puskás' right. Here's Law. Into Sila. Now Puskás. Well, the crowd went ooh, but I'm certain that Banks must have called for that ball, otherwise Armfield would never have taken the risk of letting it go. Now Charlton getting it from Eastham. In comes Payne. And Schnelliger coming in with a good old-fashioned English-type tackle. Law finding Sila. Di Stefano, Puskás in the position he loves. I thought there might have been a through ball to Puskás then. But Wilson watching Puskás everywhere. Puskás not standing still for 1 second. And in comes Hento. Well, had a bit of luck on England's side that time. Still, luck's gone the other way, and I think Armfield is hurt. He's running behind the line. 6 minutes left, 1 each. Now Greaves. Oh, it's a beauty! It hit the bar. Or the post. I wouldn't like to say which. The England trainer attending to Armfield is off the field. Now Puskás. Here comes Hento. So we're going to miss Armfield now. Ingo Sila and a goal kick. So this is certainly a match that neither team deserves to lose, because both of them have played very fine football, both with different objects in view. England have tried to be more go-ahead and progressive than the rest of the world, who really felt they had to come here and show off their individual skills. Now Charlton. Oh, a lovely one. Oh, Stoskic, what a mistake! Leeds has scored! just when I say that neither side deserves to lose, what happens? A tragic mistake by Soskic. I think the first goalkeeping error of the game, dropping that ball from Charlton, and Greaves able to get that easy goal to put England 2-1 in the lead with only 5 minutes left for play. Hento. It's no use hitting Puskás, you've got to hit the back of the net. Armfield, I think, is suffering from cramp. The trainer is massaging his calf. That's Sealer to Baxter. Well, rebounds count. Out to Hento, and it's Mills who's got to look after him. Then he's 3 men there. Oh no! It's offside anyway. Offside. Stefano. Well, I think Wembley is going to hear its biggest ever roar when the final whistle goes if England are still in the lead. Here come the rest of the world again, desperate to get the equaliser, and it's outside right against outside left to the outside right. Payne winning the duel. Don't overdo it, son. Well played. Up Puskás to Schnellinger. Oh, Smith and Law having a bit of trouble with each other. Now they're all pals, and Armfield is coming back again. And Schnellinger takes the free kick. Well, the crowd shouted hand. The linesman, who could see it, must have ruled accidental hands. That's a good ball from Sealer to Baxter. No one coming close to him. Oh, Di Stefano thought that Law was back there. Law darted through just like a hare. Now it's Payne. Final whistle will go in about a couple of minutes. Baxter to Law. Now Baxter. Hento. Now I wonder whether Armfield, no, he's limping. He's probably in pain with that cramp. Now Puskás. Neat anticipation by Easton, coming back to help his defence. And the crowd really rising to this England team. It's a fine performance to beat the star-studded 11. So, and there's the whistle. It's all over. England have won by 2-1. Very sporting contest. A pleasure to watch it. The crowd on the feet, happy at an England victory, but I'm sure too applauding both teams for a great exhibition of football. The rest of the world team did their job, gave a fine exhibition of individual skills, and England played as hard as they ever have done to show that this was how they'd play a World Cup final. As the 22 players congratulate each other, the result of this FA centenary match is England 2, the rest of the world 1. A great performance by both teams.